Welcome in, fight fans, to our interview with Ricardo Lamas. You may know him as Ricardo the Bully Lamas before his huge fight at UFC Fight Night, Saturday, December 16, 2017, live on Fox, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, against Josh Emmett. Ricardo Lamas is the pride of Mexico, Cuba, and my home city of Chicago. It was a hell of an interview. He's a cool dude. But before we get to Ricardo, here's a quick message.
Mercado Airwaves Sports Experience is brought to you by supporters at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333.
Thank you for keeping it tuned in with us, guys. Here is our interview with the number 3 ranked featherweight in the UFC, Ricardo Lamas. Enjoy. I know you left cold Chicago over here that we're dealing with 19 degrees to head to Miami. Are you feeling good heading into this huge, what everybody's looking forward to in the featherweight division?
Yeah, man, I feel good. Training went well. I came out, extremely healthy. No injuries, no bumps or bruises or anything like that. I took care of myself this camp and trained really hard, and I'm ready to go.
Now, you've been through some of the most grueling fights in the division, and do you take that kind of mentality into your training to make sure you realize that as your game evolves, as your talent evolves, so does the training and the science that comes with it and the maturity that you and your team go through? How important has that journey been, not just in the fights actually in the octagon, but what goes on behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's just the type of person I am. Anything that I do, I'm going to do, 110%. And that's how I train. That's how I approach every fight. That's kind of how I approach anything in life. So to transitioning that, the way I fight over to the way I train is crucial so that I can keep performing well and stay where I'm at in the division.
And on this journey, how important has it been to incorporate, your family and that type of motivation to keep you going on those days that it's cold outside and you have to go running, or you're just a little bit more sore than you were the day before? How important has that motivation been?
It's been huge. Since having my own family, my motivations have changed 110%. Now I have a 2-year-old son. I have a daughter that's on the way. She'll be here at the end of January.
Awesome.
And they're, them and my wife, they're my reason for training hard every day and for busting my butt in the gym. So, on the days where I don't feel good or I don't feel like training, I just all I got to do is look at them, and gives me the exact motivation I need to get off my ass and go hit the gym.
And I think that's one thing your fans really respect, is that your nose is always to the grind. You're always doing what you have to do to get better. And, I wonder if I myself am Mexican and Puerto Rican, and, that fighting spirit is always in there. You just learn it from growing up from your Willows and your dads. And, you yourself, you're Mexican and Cuban, right? How important has the culture been and representing that in the fight game, but not in boxing, in MMA?
If you would like to support Mercado Airwaves, visit us at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Find us on iTunes at Mercado Airwaves. Keep up to date with the show on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Follow Mike on Twitter at mmercado2333 and on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. Mercado Airwaves Sports Experience is brought to you by supporters at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves.
Yeah, it's been cool, man. I kind of helped bring UFC over to Mexico there. When I was a part of the very first event in Mexico, they sent us out months earlier to do promo and stuff. So we really helped lay the grounds to get the UFC out there and make it a successful show. And I was really happy to be a part of it. And my fight couldn't have gone any better. I came out with a first-round submission and in front of all the Mexican fans out there in Mexico City, so it was really cool. And that fighting spirit that all Mexicans have is definitely in me. They love boxing. They love and they're hard workers. We're all hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my dad's side, coming from him, Cubans are fighters too. They've been fighting for their independence since before 1959. Since before Castro took over. And it's a fight that they're still having, but they never give up. So I definitely take from both sides of my culture, and it shows in my fight.
And I could tell you, man to man, as a Hispanic, there's nothing that gives me more joy than seeing a an amazing character on and off the fight and in the octagon and all that around life, and you represent us so well in all cultures that we have. And not just that, you're from the city of Chicago, one of the greatest sports cities in the world. How much did that have to do with what your love with it? You have this in your DNA, and you're in the city that Jordan and Ditka and all that. Like you were destined for it, weren't you?
Yeah. I never thought about it that way. I do. The first time I fought for the UFC, the first time I fought in Chicago for the UFC. It was kind of mind-blowing. Like, I was there in the United Center, the same spot where Michael Jordan won 6 championship rings, and like I grew up watching all of those, and I never thought that I would be performing on that same court. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to think about, and it's crazy where life can take you, and that's why you really have to really fight for every dream that you have, man. Because anything is possible if you want it bad enough, and you're willing to work hard enough for it.
Hell yeah, and that's one of those cool stories that when the kids are a little bit older and you get to tell them, like, you go to the Bulls game, you're like, hey, Daddy won right there. You see where that big bull is at? I won right in the middle of there.
Yeah.
So you know what, man? Let's go out on a couple easy ones. Holiday season's coming up. What do you and the family have? Do you guys stay in Chicago? Do you guys like the snow, or do you guys head out east or south or west?
No, I love the snow, especially around Christmas time. Christmas is probably by far my favorite holiday.
Nice.
I just like, I'm a very family oriented person. I like getting together with the family. I like giving gifts, to my wife, my kids, my brothers, my parents. So we're going to stick around. We're going to do Christmas at my brother's house this year, one of my brother's houses. And I've been gone, pretty much this whole holiday season. I left right after Halloween. I missed Thanksgiving. So when I get back, we're definitely playing catch up on all the Christmas activities. And that week before Christmas, we have packed with stuff that we're gonna do. So I'm definitely gonna be making up the time that I missed.
Hell yeah, there's nothing better than that, man. Make those memories. I hear that. And all right, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I had to do it for you, for the people of Chicago. Cubs or Sox?
So I'm one of those boring fighters that doesn't really pay attention to any other sports besides boxing.
Fair enough.
And MMA. I do like baseball. I did watch basketball a ton when Jordan was playing for the Bulls, obviously.
For sure.
I was born on the north side in Rogers Park.
Okay.
So technically my allegiance would have to go to the Cubs, but I married a diehard Sox fan, Southsider wife. So I'm forced to be a Sox fan, I guess.
Oh, you guys are breaking my heart.
Why, you a Cubs guy?
Yeah, I'm a Cub guy. My parents met at the McDonald's across the street when they were 16, so I was bred for doom for 20-something.
Man, yeah.
It finally paid off. No, it finally paid off.
Right.
Before we let you go, because I know you have this crazy day ahead of you, what can the fans expect? I mean, I know every time I've watched you fight, it's always been you just giving us everything, and your family allows us that to see you perform at the highest level. But for all those, for the first timers, for anybody listening here in Chicago who's going to check out the hometown boy, take care of business, what can we expect between you and Josh Emmett at UFC Fight Night?
I think it's going to be a great fight. We're both explosive. I'm always looking to finish fights. That's the main thing I do when I go out there. And I'm aggressive, and I just don't give up, man. I don't have quit in me. So when I fight, you're going to see someone give it absolutely everything that they have.
Ricardo, I know you also do a lot of cool stuff outside of here. Do you have anything you want to plug to the people? You want to you have anything you need to promote, something you're working on, brother? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm actually opening up a UFC gym in Naperville, Illinois.
Hell yeah.
So anybody around the Chicagoland area or around the Naperville area, come check it out. We're going to be starting pre-sales probably in a week. So you'll be able to get a membership at a discount during the pre-sale period. And visit my social media pages to find out more information on that at Ricardo Lamas MMA on Twitter and Instagram, Ricardo the Bully Lamas fan page on Facebook. I'll put up all the information on there.
Man, you know what? I know what to expect when we see this fight. It's going to be one hell of one. I know you're going to give us anything. I can't wait to see you fight for the title because I know that's going down. Hopefully we can make it work where you could do it at the United Center and we could raise another banner somehow. But we'll talk to Dana about that in a little while. Ricardo, have a wonderful holiday. To you and the family, good health, good luck. Thank you for representing all of us in the Hispanic community, and thank you for representing the city of Chicago so well and the sport. Just the best to you and the family. You guys are awesome.
Thank you very much. much, man. I appreciate it.
A huge thank you to the UFC, the awesome people in New York City for setting this up, and of course, Ricardo Lamas. You could check out his huge fight against Josh Emmett. It's going to be a war. It's UFC Fight Night, Saturday, December 16, 2017. Prelims start at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Main card starts on Fox at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's UFC Fight Night, Saturday, December 16, 2017. Ricardo Lamas versus Josh Emmett. Thank you all so much for joining us for this interview. We appreciate you making us a part of your day. You can follow me everywhere in the universe. I'm on Twitter at mmercado2333. Like us on Facebook at Mercado Airwaves. Every one of our shows you hear on Mercado Airwaves, like The Good Brothers, like Pizza Night with Nikki and Mike, and of course all our interviews with UFC legends and champions are brought to you by our amazing producers at patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. There you can find out how you can get every one of our shows and interviews ad-free and before anybody else. Or if you would like to power our interviews and our shows and get your brand shown out to a huge diversity of audience, we have a tier just for you. That's patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Do us a huge favor, like, rate, review, and share us on iTunes, itunes.com/Mercado Airwaves. For all you Google and Android users, we're on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Mercado Airwaves. Subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. There you can be part of the community and comment with each other on each and every one of our videos we post. Thank you all so much. Enjoy the fight. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you next time here on Mercado Airwaves. Thanks, guys.